Welcome back to Instables, everyone. Again, going over the intraday and swing trade perspective here. Again, sitting on a pullback after today's initial jobless claims, having a gap down here on the day, having a pullback. Again, still sitting within our area of balance as we are retesting our 20-day moving average here. Again, our 20-day has been crossing below our 50, showing us that possible shift in bullish momentum to bearish. What exactly will give us confirmation on that continuation on lower? And if we do have that possible bullish momentum, what exactly would have to happen? I'm going to go over all this with you guys. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let's jump into this one. Welcome back to Instables, everyone. So again, recapping on everything that has been going on. What exact momentum are we sitting on? Where exactly may we be headed next? And why may we be headed there? I'm going to go over that with you guys here. As you guys can see, again, sitting overall on this anticipation from Nick Timmeros mentioning that possible Fed pivot. We did get that decrease in rates. However, Powell mentioning that we need that increase in unemployment. So again, we need that continuation on with increases in unemployment. And again, we have been keeping an eye on jobs reports this week. Again, yesterday's JOLTS jobs data coming out with a pullback. Today, initial jobless claims showing us that we're increasing in unemployment after Powell mentioning that we need increases in unemployment. So again, having this gap down, again, opening here on the upper end of our green candle and closing here on the lower end of our red candle, showing us this pullback as we are testing our 20-day moving average, looking to see if we will get confirmation on that continuation on lower as we are leading into tomorrow's non-farm payrolls, which are more important than today's initial jobless claims. Tomorrow's non-farm payroll will show us exactly where we may be headed next. Again, if we possibly digest above our 20-day moving average here, or if we possibly continue on with that pullback from initial jobless claims that we had here on that engulfing candle. Again, an engulfing candle is when you have your prior day's body covered by your current day's body candle here. So again, looking for this possible close on this engulfing candle would be the play here intraday. Looking to see if we would break down from our symmetric triangle on the 4-hour chart that we have been tracking. As you guys can see, we broke above our symmetric triangle. We did not get confirmation. We came back, retested, got no engulfing candle to the upside. And again, after initial jobless claims coming out today, very cautious today, having that pullback. And again, that continuation on lower, bouncing exactly off of the lower end of our symmetric triangle. If you were looking at that intraday, again, that was a nice bounce if you happen to play that. But again, this is what we need to be focused on here to look to see if we would possibly get that intraday momentum to the downside as we retest our 20. So again, we are looking to see if we will get that possible engulfing candle, that intraday perspective momentum dropping below our symmetric triangle here to possibly continue on lower. We are on a pullback, on a gap down currently, testing lows of the week. So again, we are looking to see if we would continue on lower here. We'll see exactly what tomorrow's non-farm payrolls come out as. Again, if we happen to have bad non-farm payrolls showing us that we are decreasing in employment, showing us that we're increasing in unemployment, then we could have that spike, possible break higher here and possibly retest the lower end of our gap down point that we had. So again, we're looking to see if we would possibly gap into our prior gap down if we happen to break above our symmetric triangle. However, not exactly looking for that play since we have our 20 dropping below our 50. Very much looking for that confirmation to see if we will have that engulfing candle, have that confirmation dropping below our symmetric triangle here. That is our intraday perspective play. As far as swings, we want to see, again, that break above the upper end of our channel that we have been focused on. Again, getting multiple rejections here, making sure that we have been focusing on that possible rejection on the upper end of our channel is what we have been focused on. Again, making sure that we did not get that rejection. And surely we did not chase this spike above our channel here since we did not have that proof of concept. Again, that proof of concept would need a spike above our channel here, looking for that possible pullback proof of concept with that engulfing candle to show that we are respecting the upper end of our channel. That is not what happened. Making sure that we were cautious as our 20-day is now crossing below our 50, showing us that possible likelihood on bearish momentum to come. So again, until we jump above our 20, look for that proof of concept above our 20 and get that proof of concept on the upper end of our channel. We are not playing with confidence to the upside, in my opinion, at this point in time. Looking for, again, continuations on possible bearish momentums. Again, if you notice the last few days, if you guys were playing any spikes to the downside, we would have had, again, that rejection on our 20-day moving average. Any spike that we had yesterday, we would have had that rejection on our 20-day moving average. And then in going to today, we had that continuation on lower, testing the lower end of our symmetric triangle here. So again, we will see exactly what happens. Looking for that confirmation on this engulfing candle to the downside will be that possible swing down to our target here that we have been tracking at 365. Again, looking at our VPVR, this is our volume profile showing us the most amount of volume that was traded within our daily time frame here within the last couple months. As you guys can see, 365 is that strongest point that we would be looking to see if we can bounce off of. As you guys can see, prior we jumped off of our next largest peak to the downside after getting that rejection on the largest peak that we had here. Again, dropping down to this point that we had after we dropped below it is exactly where we bounced off of, now sitting on a symmetric triangle, looking to see if we will possibly retest our next strongest point, which will give us that possible gap down here, in which a lot of investors are looking for. So again, we have our next level here at 372 that we will be looking to see if we do drop down below, if we do get that engulfing candle. And again, our target will be here at 365. If we happen to drop below lows of the year here, then in my opinion, we would be testing the lower end of our channel, and that could be that retest on the lower end of our channel that we were looking for possibly before Nick Timmeros mentioned that possible Fed pivot. So again, this is our perspective here, keeping an eye on our last largest indicator, again, the DXY, the dollar, showing us momentum against the market. As you guys can see, again, we have been keeping an eye on our increases in buy pressure here since we did have this cross here with our EMA lines showing us strength on the dollar here, showing us that we had strength, and again, looking for that possible increase in buy pressure that we have been mentioning to see if we would confirm with strength. And that's exactly what's happening here. We are now closing just above our 20-day moving average here, showing us that we could be possibly bouncing here, and there would be no surprise if this was our bounce. As you guys can see, double bottoming here possibly with that engulfing candle that we have here now on the dollar. Again, we have an engulfing candle on the dollar here showing us a lot of strength. This is key, and this could be the beginning of a continuation on lower if initial jobless claims again comes out bad and shows us that possible increase in employment, and that could be that continuation on lower. That could be that retest here on the lower end of our 50 monthly moving average. Again, we're going to keep an eye on our 50 monthly moving average, because if we happen to close below our 50 monthly moving average one more time, then that could be that kiss of death and that continuation on lower. Again, keeping an eye on this, because if we do have that pullback to our 50 monthly moving average, then that could be that continuation on lower. So again, keeping an eye on our monthly moving average as well. And on the weekly chart, a lot of people have been talking about, is there a possible bear flag here since we do have a pullback and then we are sitting within consolidation? And the answer is yes. On the weekly chart, we are sitting on what would be a possible bear flag here. Again, as you guys can see, we have a slight momentum candle, but however, closing on this pullback, we are going to see exactly what happens. Very much setting up for a major move possibly tomorrow with non-farm payrolls, again, 1 hour before market open. Now, again, with that said, again, like I said, we mentioned any breakout that is worth looking at throughout the day, and the market can be very choppy. We mentioned very volatile breakouts, any news that needs to be looked at 2.5 hours before market open. We mentioned in the Instables room. We also mentioned a weekly watch list and a daily watch list if there is anything to be watched into the next day. For only $15 a month, go to instables.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. And again, all of you Instables that come over and support the channel every day, I appreciate you guys again just taking what the market gives us as we have been. Again, a nice breakout today with HKD, another nice breakout with ATXG today on news. Taking what the market gives us again, pre-market, out the gate, and in morning rush is exactly what we'll continue to stay focused on. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.